morning. I woke up today with an insanely fun video idea. Today, I'm going to be showing you the first and the last page of every sketchbook I've ever completed. Well, every sketchbook I've ever completed that I can find. This morning, I went underneath my bed where I've been hoarding away and keeping all my sketchbooks. I found a whole bunch of sketchbooks and I don't know what's in half of them. A video doing an entire tour of all my sketchbooks would be far too long. So what I'm opting to do is look at the first and the last page. Let me show you. There's quite a few. We have these ones, these ones, these ones. Yeah, so this is a ridiculous, there's a lot going on here. Oh. So yeah, that's why we're just gonna be looking at the first and last pages. So I guess let's get into it, shall we? First, I think I should probably put these in chronological order. So I'm gonna do that first so we can go start to finish. To the best of my knowledge, this is the order that they occur from. Starting with this one, all the way to here. This is gonna be real fun. I got all the other sketchbooks organized and put away. So we're gonna start with our very first. I'm just gonna go ahead and show you the first and last drawing in this little book. This is the first sketchbook I remember ever getting as a child. My dad got it for me. And you're about to see the amazing first drawing I ever did in my first sketchbook. Are you ready? I don't think you're ready. Because this is really something. Ta-da! But look at her. I kind of ate that up. Tell me I didn't eat. It's our very first drawing in my very first sketchbook. Let's see if I improved. Oh, look at this. I guess I was trying to figure out lighting. A lot of these sketchbooks have timelines that are not very this one starts and this one begins. This one, obviously a lot of time has passed between these two. So I guess just this was the best of my abilities last time I visited this book though. Yeah, I revisited this definitely when I got older. Book 1. Book 2 should be just as entertaining. This is my Angry Birds book, and yes, it is just a lined, spiral-bound book, but I consider it a sketchbook because it is filled to the brim of Angry Birds drawings. And you think I'm joking, I'm not gonna go through this whole book, but just know that there is an immense amount of Angry Birds in this book. Anyways, that's not what we're here for. I'm getting distracted. First page. Me as an angry bird. Yeah, okay. Power, pig, throw up, okay. Pig, I think I'm throwing up pig. That's me if I was an Angry Birds, guys. Let's see what the last drawing is. Would you look at that on the cover? Yeah, I don't really know what's going on here. So that was a phase. Moving right along, book 3. I don't even really have lore about a lot of these. This is the back. We have butterflies. Okay. Last. Okay, this book is not even filled a little bit. 2 llamas. I'm not loving the way he's looking at me. This is kind of I'm gonna cheat. I want to see what this is. Oh, all right. This is a good little book. I remember liking this one, even though I chronically at this point in my life didn't fill sketchbooks. So. Book 4, I remember being in grade school and filling this out. My mom used to read to us, and I remember drawing in this sketchbook a lot when my mom would read to us. What? This I had to have done a long time after because that is not the vibes I remember having in this book. I'm gonna say this doesn't count. This is the real first page. Yeah, look at that. Princess Anna. She's a cutie. Yeah, at this point in my drawing career, I did a lot of copying. Like this was a sign I remember copying from my mom's wall. Because when I tried to do my own poses, we got stuff like this. Look at her forearms. I'm so sorry. She looks so... Something doesn't look right here. I'm getting distracted. Last page. What in the world is this? Hello? Who is this? I had to have made this with my siblings. I had to have done this to make someone laugh. Because obviously I wasn't trying very hard here. This is not what I was expecting. I feel like that's not a good representation of this book. Wait, okay. I'm gonna count this as the last. This is a little character that I created. His name's Murph. I used to draw him. I absolutely haven't obviously drawn him in years, but here's him as a gangsta. It's gangsta. I didn't even put a T. Okay, there he is. First, more girls with anatomy issues. But they're cute. I used to love to try to design clothes. I wasn't very creative or good at it, but you know what? I'm gonna stop talking bad about myself. I was trying. These are not terrible. Last. Oh. I don't think I did this. Maybe I did. That's how I was drawing anatomy. This could have been one of my friends, I'm not gonna lie, so I'm not gonna count that. Okay, like I said, I was a bit of a copycat. I probably found this picture on Pinterest. Credits to whoever the original artist is, because it's not me. But I did copy it pretty good. And I think copying, like I would have never tried to like say, oh yeah, I came up with this. Like I would have told anyone that this came from like Pinterest. But I did like exactly copy it. And I think at this point as a kid, it really helped me like learn about like shading and stuff. And so I actually don't regret copying because I never tried to pass it off as like, oh, my original idea. If you're trying to copy and pass it off as your idea, don't do that. But if you're just copying to try to like improve your skills, I support. All right, first page. Ooh, gorgeous. I like how you can see that I clearly like erased some other hands there. Last page. I'm edgy. Oh wait, no, he's happy and they're all sad. You know, I probably copied this also, but at least I was trying out cross-hatching and at least I was developing a bit more of a style of my own. Because I probably copied this concept, but this is starting to look like what I remember my drawings from this era of my life. I believe, I wish I knew the date for these books, how old I was. I was probably 13. I was starting to like come up with like original characters this phase. Yeah, I was probably 13 or 14, seeing as this is right here. Next, this one I actually dated, which means I was 15. So let's see what we have here. I'm checking out textures. These were with my Copic markers. I don't know if this is when I just got Copic markers for the first time or if I was just playing around here. But I want to see the first like actual drawing. Okay, I think this is probably charcoal and these are graphite. I obviously wasn't trying very hard with that one. Oh, the blocky eyebrows. One day I'll learn that eyebrows shouldn't just be slabs. But let's see the last page. Yep, I was definitely 15. This is a Panic at the Disco lyric, and I used watercolor on this paper that was not meant for watercolor. Gorgeous. Okay, next we have a fun one. This is like the biggest sketchbook out of all of these, and I didn't know how to fill a page. I could barely fill these tiny pages, and I got this massive book, and if you go through and look at the whole book, I do remember that I didn't know how to fill up the whole page very good at all. So there's a lot of white space on these pages, but I'm pretty sure I filled this entire book. Oh, this is not the first page. Why are these in here? I don't know why those are in here. Ignore that. First page. Okay, I guess. Watercolor galaxy? I was doing these for a little while. They were fun to do, but I want to see, I'm gonna cheat and look at a drawing. Oh, yeah, I didn't know how to fill these pages very well. They're cute. They're cute. I got a little better at arm. They're a little bit of a better length. My anatomy's getting a little better here. I did really like drawing mermaids at this age. At 15, 16, I kind of went like doing sketchbooks like a lot. So there's a lot of art. I have a lot of sketchbooks from like 15, 16. But these aren't terrible. I did this with my Copic markers. No, they're not bad. They're not bad. We have, I feel like I need a drum roll. I don't know who these two are. Like I said, you can kind of tell I didn't know how to fill the page. They're cute. I kind of like her expression. This is my little style for a while. I don't know if these were like characters I had or if these are random people. I think they're random people. I don't think that I copied this pose off Pinterest. I might have. Looking at the hands, I don't think that I did. His hairline is a little questionable, but they're cute. I feel like this process of looking at the first and the last page, I don't know how well it's like showing my like developing style. Maybe I should just like make oh, these got tangled. Maybe I should make a video of like, just make a really long video of like an actual sketch tour of all of these, because I feel like that would like demonstrate my improvement as an artist a lot more clearly than this is showing. But this is still fun. Okay, she has no arms, but that's alright. She has no body, and she has no rest of her body. She's cute. It's again more characters in that little style that I used to like to do a lot. And in this book, in the next book, I remember doing a lot of like little anatomy things and practicing faces and like trying to develop a style. And then I also would try to do, yeah, I was like breaking into realism. But anyways, that is not the last page. This does not count. This is the last page. I have no recollection of drawing this or who this is supposed to be. I'm trying to learn face anatomy, and I'm trying to make it stylized because I was like very obsessed with like trying to find my art style, which I guess I still kind of am. It's nothing like this anymore. I don't really draw people anymore. As you can see, that used to be pretty much all I used to draw. First, we have, ooh, I kind of like this. This is creative. I think I remember not copying this. I remember being pretty proud of this one because I knew that I didn't copy it. And again, I was 15 here because it says 2019, December 2019. So this was at the tail end of 15 for me. I'm excited to see the last. I'm not gonna, I guess this counts. I don't even know how to explain. I know that this wasn't entirely me. I know that my friend made this, and my friend probably made this. I don't know why I wrote, yeah, that was pretty indicative of this era for me. And then I also started drawing little guys in this little bubble eye style thing. I did it a little bit. It was a little bit of a phase for me. Yeah, like this. I was trying to be funny, okay? I was like copying Pinterest, like, you know those little facial expression meme things? I was really into those. But yeah. This looks like we randomly sat down and put random drawings in here. I'm not even gonna lie, my brother probably did that. I did that. But I wrote ugly on it. She's not ugly. I don't know who did that, but it wasn't me. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have to do like an actual sketchbook tour of all of these. I feel like these first and last pages have not been very good at showing what's like actually in this book. Because I wasn't actually, like at this point, I was getting better. Like I could draw realism a little bit better and I could draw anatomy a little bit better. But the first and last pages seem to be just this silly stuff. A book with my name on it. First page. Okay, like I said, I would revisit these books a lot. So this first guy says 2020 by it, and this one says 2022. So I'm assuming I drew this guy when I first got this book, and then later I came and added him. My style is developing a little bit into more realism, like away from like the bubbly eye cartoon people, although I would still do that like for fun. It gets more stylized later. I kind of like him still. I feel like this is a good first page for this book. Okay. Oh, what is this? I think I did this for a project at community college. Ignoring that. This is what's on the last page of stuff. It's a storyboard for a song, I think? At this point, I would do a lot of storyboards. I was like really into animation memes. I loved watching them, and I made a few of them. Yeah, this was something I had to do for school. Lots of storyboards. A disappointing last page, but that's the last page. March to July 2020. So I was 16. Let's see what we have here. Okay, some guys. That's pretty much the style I was trying to do at that time. I'm not loving him, but he looks alright. And then we have some oddly close together eyes. Oh, we have a stegosaurus. I don't remember drawing this or why I drew this. I did this with my Copic markers. The shading doesn't look terrible. I'm not in love with the bubble thing that I was doing around him, but I think I drew this stegosaurus, and then I probably wanted to like add something to the page to make it more like interesting. So that's probably why I did that. But this frog is good too. We have a little toad. Glad to see that I'm drawing more than just people, because during this time I drew pretty much only people. Like, it was pretty much just people. But moving along. Okay, first page. Okay, we have a little girl wearing a frog outfit. This was definitely done in 2020. Frog outfit girl and wavy eyeballs. I don't know if I thought of this myself or I copied this off Pinterest. So if I did, I'm sorry to whoever I copied, but oh, this book is not full. I like this. This is cool. I think I did this probably much later than the first page. I really like this. This is a good last page in my opinion. I was really loving these Canson books. To be fair, if I was gonna get another spiral bound sketchbook, I would get a Canson because I really do enjoy these mixed media sketchbooks. It's like my favorite sketchbook paper. I just don't really do spiral bound sketchbooks anymore. I really don't sketchbook as much as I used to anymore, regardless. So first page. Okay, we have this guy. So yeah, I don't know who this is. What does he say? I have really long legs. Okay. I like the way I did his hair. No, I don't like him. I don't know if I'm a fan. Sorry, guy. I'm trying to, is that a rock or a puddle? I think it's a rock. I don't like the legs. I don't know what I was doing here. I don't love it. This I didn't even finish. Aw, I like this little guy. There was a time when I did a series of these little frogs. I used to draw this little frog character. I used to draw him a lot because I just thought he was cute. Again, I used to really struggle with obviously filling up a page because the amount of blank or half blank pages in these books is like making me mad, and I didn't use both sides of the paper like ever. Hello. Okay. I was practicing anatomy, okay? Okay. I was getting better. That's not even bad. I kind of ate that. Wait, I didn't eat. No, I didn't eat. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. This one, I'm pretty sure I filled during my senior year of high school, or maybe it was my junior year. No, I was a senior because I graduated in 2022. Okay, a little spread. I was learning how to do spreads now, and I was actually trying to fill pages. She's cute. This was definitely during that mushroom era where everything was this red mushroom, but I like this. This is cute. I like her pose. I don't like the red that I was trying to do, but I know I was just trying to fill space. She's cute. Good first page. Okay, last page. I don't want to count that as the last page. Okay, I'll count this as a spread. We have a little acrylic painting in here. I was actually realizing that I could paint in my sketchbooks. This Illo sketchbook, I have another one of this right after. I really like these sketchbooks. Like the quality of the paper, like you can acrylic paint on them. I did it quite often and it really holds up the paint well. But that's besides the point. This is my last page. I have this little TV guy, which was one of my friend's characters. And then we have some little Adventure Time doodles. Our next Illo sketchbook. Okay. Anatomy and frog guys. They don't really go together, but they both look good, so that's good. Oh, I barely put anything in this. This is sad. Why did I not? I'm mad at myself. Like, why did I let all of these pages go to, yeah. Okay, that's not terrifying. No, this is kind of fun. I think I had some leftover paint and I was just trying to like not have it dry out or wash it down the sink and waste it. So I think I just freehanded this little, I like this crow guy, bird guy. I don't know. That's kind of cool. But yeah, I have a watercolor book this time. This book I used a lot randomly in different time periods. So this is actually gonna probably have a drastic different first and last because the first time I use this book, there's probably a large time gap. Okay. Go off, Miss Girl. I'm not good at watercolors. I've never practiced them enough to like be good at them. And I think that's evident here. But overall, she's not terrible. Her mouth is a little small, but that's all right. And then our last page, we have some strawberries. This was done not even 6 months ago. Because I still will use the paper from this book. All the other books I've like would not revisit because I don't want to like, they feel like a little time capsule to me and I don't want to like mess them up. But this is a book that I did revisit often. Very cute. This is acrylic paint. This sketchbook I did during my first year at college. I remember being a freshman. So this was only like 2 years ago. First page, we have, oh, this was when that one song was going on TikTok. Look at the stars in the big black ink. You know the one I'm talking about. But there's the first page and the last page. It's a storyboard. I'm gonna count this as a storyboard for, I think it's a Big Thief song. And these were sketches I did at a restaurant that my family and I went to. These are random people, and this was my sister. I used to feel bad when I would draw random people, but honestly, I don't care anymore. Is it rude? I don't think so. Let me know your opinion. I don't know. This is a book I had to do in college as part of an assignment for my Intro to Graphic Design class. Every week we had a specific list of prompts and we had to make a spread using the prompt, cutouts from a magazine, and words of some sort. So that's what all of these spreads are in this book. And this was my first prompt. I think the prompt was Intro Expectations. So this is a little picture of me. I drew it on different paper and I cut it out and I put it in here. And then I did this little collage of magazine cutouts and everything. And I had this quote, I think was from a book that we were reading for this class. That's my first page. And then my last page is this. We had to do spreads and single pages as part of this assignment. And so this is a fish I made out of pieces of newspaper. Like I collaged it together. And I really like how this page turned out. I really like this whole book. I didn't do much because there's a lot of blank space in this book because it was for an assignment. But all the pages that I did do in this book, I'm actually like really proud of. This one is very recent. I still will add to this book sometimes, but I've stopped sketching as much as I used to, so I really don't use sketchbooks very often. So I started this book at the very end of my sophomore year. So for our first page, we have these little catfish. Fanciest fish in the sea. I like this spread a lot. I like these little catfish. I probably could make stickers out of these now. That would be cute. What if I did like a catfish sticker sheet? And it had like these little guys and then like some bows and stars and stuff on there. I feel like that would be really cute. I did this literally like a week ago. It's just some pears and some silly little doodles. I think I did this as a warm-up. This book is of course not finished, but I probably will be adding to it, so I am not worried about wasting paper in this one. This is a sketchbook I did last semester in college for my typography class. Every week we had a prompt of 2 different typefaces. One we got to choose from a list, and then one we got to choose of any that fit into that font family. And so let me show you the first page. We would write about the typeface and then some specific attributes about it, and then kind of compare it to another one in a similar font family. So it's not very exciting if you're not into typography. And then this was the last spread I did. This is my favorite font, Bookmania. I love Bookmania. I hate this font with a passion. Every time I see it, it makes my skin crawl a little bit. But yeah, that's the last spread in that book. Again, definitely not finished because it was a school assignment book, and I don't really want to add anything else to it because I like that it's just like a little pocket of my assignment. Finally, this is the last sketchbook I have. I'm currently working on this one. This is the one I work on the most. I've been trying to do a lot of like plein air drawing, and so that's what's in the majority of this book. Okay, the first page, this is a little stamp I made, and I was testing it out. I obviously put it on a little bit too thick there, but I'm not gonna count this as the first page. Here's our first page. This is from my trip to Boston. This was a little bakery we visited. That's what this plant is. And then this was people sitting at my church. Like I said, I'm sorry I draw strangers. Strangers, I'm sorry, but you're fun to draw. I love you, random old man. And then, this was the most recent that I did. I'm not in love with it. I don't like the color that I used for these. I think I should have used a lighter color. I don't like the green. But this is Emma Chamberlain. I think Emma turned out cute. I'm not a fan of the flowers. I don't mind the stars and everything, and this little star I did behind her. I just wish that I did these flowers differently. The last page in this book, it's actually the last sketchbook page I've done ever. I don't draw self-portraits very often, so I think it's really cool that I did one recently so that I can see her compared to her, because these are both self-portraits. And as you can see, a little bit of time has passed and a little bit of skill has been improved. But I just think it's a fun comparison to see how much I've grown as an artist. Maybe it serves as a little bit of an encouragement to anyone else who may feel like their drawings maybe don't look like this, but maybe don't look like how they want them to yet. But you'll get there, you'll keep improving. You gotta keep practicing. You gotta have, I don't know how many sketchbooks I have here, but you have to fill all of these to have this big of a difference in your skill. So just keep that in mind if you're like starting out drawing or you're like new to keeping a sketchbook, that it takes some years to see that kind of improvement. But in the end, it's so satisfying. So yeah, that'll be the end of this video. It was really fun getting to look through all these sketchbooks and remember all the old ways that I used to draw and just see how much I've been able to change and mature as an artist. There was definitely some interesting pieces in there. So I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, again, I can just reiterate that if you're learning to draw or maybe you're starting out or maybe you are years along in your drawing journey and you're where you want to be. I don't feel like I'm where I want to be. Like I always feel like I can grow and improve, and if you keep practicing and you fill or half fill, because a lot of these were kind of empty. If you fill a lot of sketchbooks, eventually you will see yourself improve and you will see your art go more in the direction that you want it to go, if that makes any sense. But yeah, thank you for watching. Let me know if you would actually want to see a sketchbook tour of all of these, because I can make one. It'll just take forever, but that's alright, I would do it. That's something you guys actually wanted to see. If you enjoyed this video, hey, you could like or comment and let me know, because I'm trying to like grow my community on YouTube and just as an artist in general, so that would really help out a lot. It's so cringe asking people to do that, but I'm getting over it. I just showed you all of these books, so honestly nothing can be worse than that, probably, right? Thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.